Meilir Jones keeps over 550 sheep. He has stables for 50 horses and he finishes over 800 cows a year at Gop Farm in Holywell, Flintshire. There are 210 acres here and 38 solar panels have been installed on the shed roofs.
Why did you decide to install solar panels?
Well, generally it's to we saved quite a bit of our electric bill, and obviously with the feeding tariff that it was able to get with it was a big help.
When did you install them?
We installed them, it'll be 13 months ago now, so they've been just over a year now, and we had the feeding tariff there back for them.
Was it a difficult process at the time?
No, it was quite easy really. The only concern we had is if the feeding tariff was going down and a bit of with a time scale, but thankfully everything went to plan, so we were okay.
What is the feeding tariff at the moment?
The feeding tariff at the moment would be 32.9.
And do you have a guarantee for that amount of money?
Yeah, that would be for 25 years, that would be.
32.9?
Yes.
So it's definitely worth it financially?
Oh, definitely, yes. After 7 years we should have a payback on it, and then obviously from there onwards there should be a profit.
So at the moment your electricity bill for the house has come down to half, and then you get a certain amount of money every 3 months?
Yes, we give the readings to the electric company every 3 months, and they send us the money after for what we've created of electric. It
sounds so simple.
I would generally say it is simple, yes.
So what's the main advantage for all farmers?
The main advantage, obviously, is to save cost. It is important that we look at every aspect of our farming, and anything we can save is benefit to any business, I would say.
Although he has the solar panels, Meilir is keen to reduce his water costs, and to help, Farm and Connect is hosting an open day on water efficiency on his farm.
The main aim of today was to look at the different resource management. So Meilir here at Gop has been looking into what are his usages on the farm, especially with water. Given the number of stock here on the farm, their usage of water is very high. So they have been researching into a borehole. They're also looking at different avenues of supplying the farm with water here at the moment as well. But on the whole, we have looked at all resource management. So we've also looked at the solar panels that are installed here on the farm, and also the pending wind turbine application as well. So Gop is a fantastic example of a farm that is continuously striving to look into the possibilities for their farm and becoming more sustainable.
How is the day going to work?
We're going to start off with a farm walk here on the farm to look at all the different methods in the yard, and also give a brief background into what the Gop demonstration farm are doing. And then we'll head down to the local pub where we'll be having different presentations on the way forward, what farms need to consider before pursuing with an application, and also we'll also be encouraging farmers to take advantage of the 80% grant funding through the whole farm plan element of Farm and Connect, where you can get 80% grant towards a energy audit. This will then give you a better idea of where you are using energy on the farm and what means and methods are the best to take forward.
Senior consultant with ADAS, David Harris, is here to advise.
It's mainly to do with sustainable water, mainly for livestock, but you can use it for domestic purposes. We've got lots of rainfall in Wales, and it just seems a shame to let it run down the drains, really. Often it goes from buildings where you've got damaged rainwater goods. It can run over concrete and then cause problems when it mixes with slurry. That has to go into the slurry lagoon, and then you're challenged with the capacity of slurry lagoons. So if you can actually capture some of that water and give it to the livestock, you can save yourself difficulties with slurry storage, keeping the place clean, and get your water bills down a bit. It is fairly straightforward. You've just got to think about a few things like filtering the water because of bird droppings, leaves and dust that gets blown onto the roof. So you need to make sure that you provide the stock with clean water. which isn't too difficult. And then you need to think about storage periods and don't store it for too long, particularly where it might warm up and you can get problems from that. So you do need to be careful, but it is fairly straightforward.
And it's a system that could work for any farmer?
I think as long as you've got a reasonable roof. The difficulty is that on some farms you get buildings that have been there for a long time, you get a lot of moss on the roof, so you won't get very much yield from the rainwater there. It'll tend to be absorbed by the moss and then evaporate, and you can lose 50% that way, which is quite a large proportion. On a clean roof, and we've got some of those on this farm, you can actually capture up to 90% before filtering, and you may lose a further 10% through the filtering process. So you can have quite a good yield.
Has Meilir learned anything beneficial today?
Well, we learnt different ways of saving money. Really, it's hopefully in regards to the water, we can look at saving our bill for the year is over £5,000. So hopefully we can get the water from a different source. You know, even from the sheds, we've got plenty of sheds here. We can get the rainfall water out of from the roofs of the sheds. Or if we've got a well here, then maybe we can look at that. So hopefully we'll have our minds focused and try to save that money.
Do you feel that you need to change, that you have to change as a farmer?
Oh, definitely we need to change. The costs, I think, in every farming business, the costs are going so high now, and we need to look at every aspect of our business. And if we can cut costs without spending too much and have the return back on our investments pretty quick, we definitely should do that.
How important is it that farmers do discuss?
Well, I think by discussing, you just focus your mind on actually getting you to actually do the work. I think without us having meetings like this, you don't actually do the work, but it just gives you that extra drive to actually get on and do the actual work that needs doing.